This OASE presents 6 more or less well-known architects who have been active in the public sphere in the past, and to whom we therefore ascribe the position of public intellectual. They have been touched by the marginal position of certain groups in society and have worked to bring these issues to the attention of the general public, or they were confronted with a power structure that not only affected architecture but also determined the organization of society. They have worked to share their own insights into these structures with the general public, or they recognized how society was changing and have managed not only to translate this into different floor plans or city plans, but also to take the public along with them by writing and organizing exhibitions about it. In other words, this OASE defines the architect as a public intellectual primarily as a designer who has the ability to apply architectural knowledge to broader public debates, to seek a rapprochement with other fields of knowledge that border on their own professional domain without alienating the general public, the people, and popular culture. In this way, they contribute not only by designing, but, above all, by actively participating in what OASE 77 called the public domain, or the public sphere. In addition, architects have been able to develop on the fringes of the profession new architectural practices through which they can actively participate in the public debate, in words and drawings, in studies and participations. The way architects operate as public intellectuals can take many rhetorical forms, from criticizing a system, proposing alternatives, influencing policy makers and clients, and educating designers and clients, to raising awareness in the general public. These rhetorical modes are mostly linked to the role that architects can take on as public intellectuals, from the more conventional cultural positions of editor, writer, or critic, through the social roles of political activism and administrator, to the social roles of representative and teacher. Looking at the position of the architect in terms of specific interventions in the public sphere, the roles of syndicalist, populist, activist, facilitator and politician emerge, which we have elaborated on later in this issue by presenting 4 architects for each of these positions. Of course, most architects do not occupy a single position, but combine several, if not simultaneously, then certainly over time. Also, defining the role of the architect as a public intellectual is the starting point from which they take position. Does the public intellectual approach public debates from the center or rather from the margins? Does the public intellectual start from an institutional framework, such as an educational institution or a public administration, or rather from an activist movement? And in whose name do they take position and speak in the public debate? From an individual position, or rather as a spokesperson or representative of a particular group?